Madam Speaker, I move my question to the Honourable Minister of Health and Wellness. Madam Speaker, last year this government spent on travel nurses. The cost increased from $95 million to a whopping $154 million. The NDP has called on this government for years to create a Made in Nova Scotia provincial travel nurse program, and we're glad to see the government has finally listened and moved in the right direction. But I'm curious, why did it take so long for the minister to come to this decision while spending valuable Nova Scotia healthcare dollars and paying out to a private for-profit nursing company while leaving our hardworking Nova Scotia nurses feeling devalued and underpaid?
Order. When I say order, that means stop speaking, please. I recognize the Honourable Minister of Health.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. I want to thank the honourable member for the question. I'm certainly no stranger to feeling like an undervalued nurse under the former Liberal and NDP governments when I worked in the front line. So I'm very grateful to be in this position right now. We have invested more in our workforce. They are historic investments. No government has invested what we have in our workforce. We are building a sustainable workforce. We have increased the number of nursing seats in this province by 400. We have negotiated an incredibly competitive contract. I was at a conference the other day with student nurses. A student nurse from BC couldn't believe the environment that nurses in this province are working in and can't wait to look for a job here.
I recognize the Honourable Member for Halifax-Armdale.
Thank you. As the Auditor General recently explained, we've grown reliant on travel nurses because our public sector nurses are burning out and facing increased occupational health and safety risk, as we've recently seen at the QE2 hospital just last week, by nurses who are asked to do more with less. Relying on agency nurses paid double the hourly rate of unionized Nova Scotia nurses is at best a Band-Aid solution. Can the minister confirm when a Made in Nova Scotia travel nurse program will be implemented, and will frontline nurses at the be at the planning table?
I recognize the Honourable Minister for Health and Wellness.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. I thank the member for the question. So certainly in the last contract that we negotiated with nurses, we recognize that we are willing to do a test and try with an internal travel nurse program. We continue to rely on travel nurses. We want to keep our healthcare institutions open across this province. We understand that they are a double-edged sword. We're so grateful for the expertise and the care that they provide Nova Scotians, and we also know that this is something that we, over time, want to phase out. There was a ministerial direction a year ago. We continue to work with the providers to make sure this happens. We're increasing nursing seats. We're looking at an internal travel nurse unit. There is nothing being left on the table.